Hey guys, it's Christina, and I am here with Real Housewives of OC star Emily Simpson. How are you?
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
Of course, you look beautiful.
Thank you. So do you.
Oh, thank you. How's your summer been so far?
It's been good. It's been hot. It's very hot in California.
It's hot in New York
here
too.
Yeah.
Can't stay outside for too long. Your face will just melt
Exactly.
off.
This is like the first time I've worn makeup in like weeks. So yeah,
definitely. Well, I want to remind everybody that Emily is going to be here talking all about this new season of Real Housewives of OC. So please send us your questions and your comments. So we are just a few episodes into this season. So what do you think so far?
You know, I think it's fun so far.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, every time I get the episode and I start to watch it, I have a little bit of an anxiety attack. It takes me a while. I have to like breathe in, get myself mentally ready. I hit play, and then I'm like, ooh.
You've been great so far now.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah. A lot of times you forget because you film so much and, you know, for a long period of time. So I'm like, oh, I totally forgot I said that and did that. But I think it's good. I think so far in, it's been fun episodes, and
Yeah, what's your family's reaction been to it so far?
It's been good. My husband has been much better than I thought he would be. He's a good sport. You know, he goes along with it pretty well. He actually gets involved in some of the drama.
Yeah.
So you will see that come up later. Even though he was like, I just want to be in the background. Well, didn't really work
camera
out.
lights went on.
No, didn't really work out that well for him. My in-laws, sometimes I feel like I have to call them and warn them about something I said. So I have done that. Like, don't get mad. I did say this. It was, but they're very good sports. They just think it's fun, and you know, they're like, it's okay. Don't worry. We won't get upset.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
That's great. We see your mother-in-law, right, in this next
Yes,
episode?
and then you'll see her more. She actually was filmed a lot.
Did
so,
she?
Yeah, she's a good character. Yeah, she's
an honorary housewife.
She is. She's like an honorary housewife. She's 73.
She's in ridiculous shape too.
She works out all the time. Obviously, if you saw me working out at the gym, like I do not work out like she does, but that's okay. And she just has this like funny, amazing little personality, and she's just a firecracker.
That's
great.
And
then you'll have to wait like later on, like the way she dresses is just amazing.
That's fantastic.
It's like, oh my gosh.
You get along well with your in-laws?
I do. I feel
nice.
very blessed. I married into an amazing family, and so yeah, definitely.
That's great. So what was kind of your mindset going into this? Because you are a newcomer on the
Yeah,
season.
you know, I'll be honest, like I feel like I went into it being educated about it. Like I really thought about it, and my husband and I went to therapy and like talked about it and did like pros and cons and things like that. So I feel like I went in not just like, I'm just going to be a housewife.
Sure,
like
you really thought about it.
I really did.
It's the lawyer in you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I really analyzed it, and I just thought that the opportunity came at the right time, and I just felt like it was something I wanted to do. It was a journey I wanted to take, and you know, I felt like it would be a challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody thinks that this is going to be easy by any means, and so I really looked at it like an opportunity and a challenge, and I really like to challenge myself. So that's kind of what made me want to do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Was your husband ever apprehensive about doing it?
Oh, very.
Yes,
yeah,
very.
he was not like, yay, you're going to be a housewife. He was like, what? So, yeah, we had to talk a lot about it, really. We had a lot of conversations. Like I said, we talked about it in therapy. And then he was on board, and he's been a good sport. I mean, you'll see him come up more and more, you know, as the season goes on. And like I said, he tries to stay out of things and in the background, and it never works.
Sure.
He's in the middle of stuff. So
has it changed your marriage at all?
No, actually I feel like maybe it's made us a little stronger, just because it's just a whole new experience that we're going through together. And then there's a lot of times where I'm like, oh my gosh, did this happen? Like I have to tell you.
Sure, you're communicating more.
Like, I'm like, this is what I did or said, or because I don't want him to be surprised by anything. I want him to feel like he's in the know with everything going on.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Suzanne says, who is causing the most drama of this season?
Wow, I don't know. You know, I think everybody causes a little bit of drama. I mean, I get into some drama.
Do you get into some drama?
Yeah,
With
I
who?
do. With Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a heck of an episode. That's like Clash of the Titans right there.
Yeah.
So,
can you tell us why you guys butted heads?
I don't want to give too much away because I think it's a really good episode, and I think everybody will like it. My husband does have a little bit to do with it. Like I said, he tries to stay out of stuff, but he doesn't. There's a lot of drama with Shannon.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody knows that or would predict that.
Yeah.
And Yeah, I mean, I think there's a good level of fun and drama, so I think it's a really good season. I think there's some really good balance.
Sure, definitely. And Mindy is asking, what do you really think about Vicky? What was it like meeting the OG of the OC?
You know, I was warned, like a lot of people are like, you know, Vicky doesn't like new people, she doesn't like, but she was actually nice when I met her. But the first time I met her, which you'll see tonight on tonight's episode, is when we all had dinner, all 6 of us, and that is when the whole Kelly Vicky drama came out. So my first you know, interaction with Vicky was learning about this whole thing with Kelly.
Sure.
So I'm kind of like, wow, like I don't know, like if you're that great of a friend because of what happened with Kelly. I mean, that's some. That was like, to me, that was very black and white. Like totally broke girl code there. Like, you guys are supposed to be good friends. And so, yeah. That was my first impression of Vicky. But, you know, as the season goes on, like, we get along. And I like Vicky,
Yeah. So, for everybody watching, Kelly's ex-husband went out on a date with a woman that Vicky set her up with.
Right. So, I guess it was Vicky's friend.
And
Vicky's friend wanted to go out with Michael, so she set them up. And then she went on double dates with them, but didn't tell Kelly. So then Kelly finds out about it from somebody else.
Sure.
So,
And it was interesting you said, because Vicky was in here last week, and she said what she felt that she didn't break any girl code, that she was just,
I think she needs to read the handbook on girl code. Yeah. She might want to brush up on that a little bit. Yeah.
Do you get any do you butt heads with Vicky at all this season?
No, not really. Okay. I mean, I feel like Vicky was so happy to kind of be reunited with Tamara and Shannon that she really just kind of was focusing on that group and that friendship. And so I didn't really have any, you know, issues with her. So yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Christilla's asking, housewife you have bonded with the most?
Definitely Gina.
Yeah.
I mean, she and I are tight. Like we're even friends not on camera. Like we talk. She just called me yesterday and told me good luck, and you know, and we talk a lot. We spend a lot of time together. But you know, we went into it together, so we had that. You know, we had each other, and you know, neither one of us really knew what we were getting into. I mean, we knew, but we didn't know. So it was nice to kind of have another person. But you know, Gina and I have a little riff in the beginning too. So you know, there was a little. I think maybe there was a little distrust between us, not really knowing each other.
Yeah, you got to feel it out.
Yeah. So you see that relationship kind of go like this, which I think when you go on the journey with us, you'll see, you know, the ups and the downs and then the backups. So
it's nice to have somebody kind of going into this with, you know, that's going through the same thing that you are.
I was very happy that someone else came in new as well, because it really let us bond on a level that like you don't bond with other people. No one really knows what you're going through except for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she's amazing. You will love Gina.
Yeah,
she's just amazing. Great. So funny. So just, you know, just out there and just crazy and fun and
Do the veteran housewives ever haze the newcomers?
I never felt like it was hazing, but there's definitely a level of like not wanting to incorporate us, or you know, I think there's definitely a wall there where you know they don't really want to, you know, hang out. But I think we're all gonna be best friends though.
Do you feel like by the end of the season you kind of break down that wall a little bit?
No. But maybe, you know, next year, maybe I don't know, some other time. I don't know. Shannon texts me. We'll have a slumber party.
Yes, definitely. Alice is asking, has your husband changed his view on having more kids? So a big storyline for last week's episode is that you said you wanted to have more children.
Yes.
Yeah, and your husband did not at the time.
No, I cannot convince him. He is very like 5 is my limit. I'm like, why not another one? Like we have 5, what's 6? I mean, our house is chaotic already. Like let's just add another one in there. No, I'm still working on it though. You know, I'm trying. I really want another daughter, and so we'll see.
Yeah. What was the reaction? Because you were very open with your fertility struggles, which I think is great because a lot of people don't talk about it.
Right.
What was the reaction from viewers and things like that?
You know, I feel like I had a really positive reaction. I got a lot of emails and a lot of like direct messages on Instagram where people were thanking me for bringing it out and for talking about it and for not making it like a taboo subject. Because I know when I was going through it, I went through it for 5 years, and it was the darkest time that I ever went through in my whole life.
Yeah.
And I really felt like I had no one to talk to and no one to turn to. And I lived in Utah at the time, and if you know anything about Utah, that's where the whole Mormon culture is, and so many people have so many children. And I just was like, oh my God, I live in Utah with all these kids everywhere, and I cannot have children, it was just very devastating to go through. And so I've had a lot of positive reaction with people saying, thank you so much for talking about it. And I've had a lot of people ask questions about surrogacy and things like that.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is really fantastic. If you did have another child, would your sister be?
I don't know. She's here. Sarah, would you do it again?
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. And as soon as we leave here, she's going to be like, I was kidding.
That's pretty fantastic, though.
She had 3, but Sarah, what's a 4th one? Come on.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. Chris is asking, do you have help with the kids?
I do have help with the kids. I do have a nanny because I work.
Right.
So I do have to have a nanny who helps out during the day when I'm at work. And I'll tell you, my husband is an amazing dad. He is very hands-on. I'm very lucky. He changes diapers and gets, makes some snacks and puts them to bed and reads stories and all that kind of stuff. So, and my sister-in-law lives across the street.
Oh, that's
so
great.
She helps a lot. And then my in-laws live around the corner. Like it's like a Simpson compound. Like we all live near each other. So it's like every day it's like if my husband can't pick him up, then my in-laws pick him up, then I pick him up after work. It is like a family affair.
That's amazing.
And the nanny. Like we all just work together to like get kids everywhere they need to go. So yeah.
What do the older kids think about this?
The show?
Yeah.
I think they're fine with it.
Yeah.
They film a little bit, not a lot. But they'll come home and tell me like their friends are like, oh my gosh, I saw your stepmom on TV, and I think like Chanel's 12, so I think it's probably fun for her because she gets attention. People are like, I saw your stepmom or whatever, and I take her to things with me. I did an event a couple days ago, like a makeup event, and I took her with me, and she just had so much fun. Like she got her makeup done, and people were taking pictures of me, and she was in them, and it's fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
And then tell me kind of the backstory of how you and your husband kind of came together, because it's a little bit of an unconventional way, right?
And a lot of people, I even saw people were like, oh, they must have had an arranged marriage. No, it was not an arranged marriage. I mean, I know he's Persian, but it was not an arranged marriage. We had worked together for 3 years.
Did you in Utah, or were you?
This was in Orange County.
Okay.
We worked together for 3 years.
Right.
Yes. And we were really good friends, and he was very funny and smart and witty, and I really liked him. We were friendly. And then when he and his first wife got divorced, we just stayed in touch, and we stayed friendly. And I was an attorney, so he would ask me a lot of questions about like his marital settlement agreement and things like that. And then when his divorce was finalized, like we were chatting through Google Chat, and like it just progressed more into like flirtatious conversations. And then it really was like, we should get married. And I was like, okay. And then a couple weeks later, we got married.
That's crazy.
And that was 10 years ago.
And hey, it worked.
Yeah, and we have 3 children together. And I know people are like, it was an arranged marriage, or they won't last 2 years. Let me tell you, people, we have been through way more difficult things than like being on a reality show. So we've got another 100 years together. Definitely.
What do you think your secret is?
I think just communicating and going to therapy and being open to receiving help and about yourself, because I think everybody in their own mind thinks they're right about everything they do and say. But if you're open to someone saying, you know what, you shouldn't have done that or acted like that or said that, I think that's the key. And to spend time together. We go on date nights, weekly, and I just think communication and doing things together.
That's
like
great.
You're dating, like go out, have dinner, talk to each other, put your phones away. That's what my husband makes me do. Put my phone in my purse, don't touch it, don't look at it, and just connect.
Yeah. I think that's great.
Yeah, and sex.
Key. Yes. What's your relationship like with Tamra? Because I know that, you guys had a bit of a falling out. You were close, then had a falling out. And then what's everything like now?
When in the first episode, you see us go on a hike together, and that was really the first time I had seen her in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
But she was very open and kind, and I think enough time had passed that both of us were kind of like, whatever. We're adults, like we're both good people, like let's just, move forward. And we had a really nice time, and she and I got along really well during the season. I really liked Tamra. I love Eddie. Yeah. They have a great relationship, and so there weren't really any issues. It was good to reconnect with her.
Nice.
I was very happy about that.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to play a little quick game about who's most likely to.
Okay.
So just tell me anybody in the cast who's most likely to do this. All right, who's most likely to start an argument?
Oh, wow. Tamra.
Tamra?
How come? She doesn't start arguments, but she starts arguments between other people.
Oh.
So she's most likely to start an argument between other people.
And just sits back and watches?
Yes, yeah.
Who does she do that with this season?
She does that with Gina and Shannon.
Okay.
And she does that, I think, I remember there was an argument I kind of had with Vicky, but Tamra was the one that kind of instigated it. So, yeah, there's a few times where it's like, oh, Oh, Tamara, okay.
Like, where'd that come from?
Okay.
All right, who's most likely to be up for a good time?
Kelly.
Kelly?
Yeah, Kelly. I love Kelly. I love Kelly Dodd. She is fun. She and I are the same age.
Okay.
And I will watch her Instagram story, and I'm like, she is like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and she's like in Ibiza, you know, like partying with her girlfriends, and like I have sweats on, and I'm like, you know, just put my kids to bed, and I'm exhausted. But Kelly's fun.
I love that. Okay, who's most likely to cry?
Shannon.
You
Yeah, Shannon.
see a lot of tears from her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of crying.
A lot of crying. Any tears
yeah.
from you this season? You kind of
no, there's a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was more, I don't think it was more of like arguing with the women. It was more of like emotional things that were going on in my own life, because I was very open about what I was dealing with, you know, in my life with just, you know, personal things. And so some of that comes up. So yeah.
Definitely. Okay, who is most likely to get the most drunk?
Wow. Gina drinks.
Yeah.
She's a drinker. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You saw the 3 in Mexico.
Right.
I mean,
they
15 shots. Like, that was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
I mean, I would have died. I would have not survived that.
I was thinking the next morning they weren't as hungover as I thought they would be.
I'm like, seriously. So those 3 apparently. Wow.
It would take me a week to recover from something like that.
No kidding.
Yeah. Who's most likely to brag about their kids?
Probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love my kids, so any opportunity I can like jump in there and talk about my kids, I will take it. But you know, Kelly does too. She talks really highly of Jolie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say Kelly or me, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to cancel plans?
Shannon.
Yeah. She's known for canceling some plans.
Or being late. Yeah. Yeah. I think Shannon's on her own time.
Shannon time.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to get arrested?
Oh my gosh, well, as you watch the season on, is probably me, even though I'm an attorney, but I think I need to have like a defense attorney on retainer. So yeah.
Then who's most likely to get out of jail then?
To get me out of jail?
Yeah.
Or Gina, I would call Gina. I'd be like, yeah, okay, here's the number of my attorney, call him, get me out of jail.
I love that. And who's most likely to raid somebody else's closet? Or whose closet would you like to raid?
I would love to raid Kelly Dodd's closet. Like, she has amazing style. So I would like to get into her closet, definitely. Yeah. And yeah, definitely Kelly.
Nice.
I mean, Kelly wears things that I'm like, she looks amazing in it, but I'm like, I would look like I was going to a Halloween party if I had that on. But she can pull it off. She pulls off amazing outfits.
I love that. All right, and then last question, what is that one moment you can't wait for the viewers to see this season?
Well, there is one moment that gets really intense. I don't know if I can't wait for people to see it, but I mean, it's definitely like there's going to be memes made. And,
oh, really?
Yeah,
it's going to be a thing.
It'll be a thing, yeah. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Emily, thank you so much.
It was
such
so
a pleasure
nice to
meeting
meet you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. And make sure everybody check out The Real Housewives of OC on Bravo at 9 p.m. Monday night.
And follow me on Instagram.
Yes.
You get to see all my cute kids.
They're adorable. All right, thanks, guys.